People, what's good in the hood? How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, peeps. It all helps the channel grow. All right, let's very quickly talk about my weight cut. I don't want to talk about it all the time whilst doing these boxing videos, but today is the starting day, so I think it's important that I give you a quick overview of where we are. Remember, the plan is, again, we started today, 3rd of July. 8 weeks time, we're going to weigh in and hit the scales at 175 pounds. That's the plan. That's what I want to do. So I'm giving myself 8 weeks. Currently, right now, I weigh 206 pounds. I did a DEXA scan on Friday. I wanted to do it today, but I did it on Friday because that's the only spot they had. And I was 93 kilos, so I was a bit lighter. I've had a couple of heavy meals, a couple of cheat meals, my final cheat meals over the weekend. But I was 93 kilos and my body fat was 16.5%. So a bit leaner than I thought I was, which was surprising. So yeah, look, we did our first session today. We filmed everything, don't worry. We did my max on deadlift, squat and bench, because we're trying to see, okay, that's the max. That's where we are now. Where are we going to be throughout the 8 weeks, and where are we going to be on week 8? Like, how bad does it drop off? Because again, I'm trying to do this like an athlete. I'm speaking to the right people, don't worry. I'm trying to do this like an athlete. An athlete would want to stay their strongest, even at their lightest. So I've got Boxing Science doing all my nutrition. They do and work with the likes of Fabio Wardley, Terry Harper. Who else do they do? Hopi Price, Jordan Gill. So they know what they're doing. And many, many more as well. Loads of people go to their stuff. I'm actually doing a Zoom call with one of the guys in a few minutes just to make sure that my nutrition's on point. So look, we filmed everything. Don't worry. You guys are going to see all the ins, the outs, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm going to try and drop episodes every Sunday. In fact, not try it. We will drop episodes every single Sunday. And hopefully you guys can support them, like them, share them, and do what you guys do best. All right, enough of that talk. Let's see what is going on in boxing world. Let's start with this one. Errol Spence believes that his legacy would have taken a hit if Crawford fight never became a reality. Yeah, I do think there are some fights over the years that had to have happened, regardless of when they did. This is clearly right at the top. I mean, Amir Khan Brook had to happen. I remember Spencer Fearon saying to Amir Khan, if you don't fight Brook, the British public will never forgive you. And when that fight happened, although 10 years too late, it still was quite big. Same with Floyd and Manny Pacquiao. It's why we always talk about Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis. That fight should have happened. So 9 times out of 10, you do get the matchups you want, even if they happen a bit late or sometimes in some instances too early, but you get them. This would have been one that I think everyone would have always pointed the finger at both fighters, regardless of what they went on to achieve or have already achieved. It would have been a case of, yeah, but you never fought Crawford. You never fought Spence. So I'm so happy it's happening. Look, we don't have that long to wait, just under 4 weeks now. And both of these guys are going to be making their ring walks. And you know you're going to have that feeling in the pit of your stomach when the referee gives his orders and both go to the corners and it's a case of ding fucking ding. Everyone is going to be ringside for this fight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, your boy's there as well. George Cambosos, I'm more sharper, explosive, bigger, and stronger. Don't sleep on Cambosos, you know. Don't sleep on him. He lost to Devin Haney. A very, very good fighter is Devin Haney. Devin Haney is in a lot of people's pound-for-pound top 10, as he should be, being undisputed at 135. Devin Haney was big and strong, and it is what it is. I mean, Cambosos is still a very, very good lightweight. And I'm excited to see how this fight plays out with Maxi Hughes, because Maxi Hughes, in his own right, is doing some good work as well. I mean, no one thought he was going to beat Giovanni Straffon. It is Straffon, yeah. No one thought he was going to beat him. No one thought he was going to beat Kid Galahad. He's had some good wins. And he's a southpaw. He's big at the weight as well. I think it's going to be an interesting fight, but I expect George Cambosos to come through, and then we'll see what happens next. Ben Shalom. Natasha Jonas wants the biggest names possible. Yeah, I guess, yeah. No, she does. I mean, Natasha wants the smoke. I'm trying to think of, it's going to be complicated because the names that she wants, I don't know the contract situation with Tasha, and I don't know if Ben Shalom will allow her to fight on DAZN, but the names she wants are on DAZN. So she wants a McCaskill. She would like a Sandy Ryan. She would want a Chantel Cameron. She would love to go again with Katie Taylor. We don't know what's going to happen with Baumgardner if she goes up in weight. Do you know what I mean? So all those fights are over there. I'm guessing in terms of fights that Sky can put on, look, there's names out there, but I'm guessing, what have we got? Michaela Maya, potentially. She wouldn't want to fight a Caroline Dubois coming up because you get nothing for beating a Dubois now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Tasha. Terry Harper's the one, isn't it? That's the one. But again, that's on the zone. So we'll see. Wilder says Usyk rejected a lot of money to fight. That man is terrified of me. I want to say no way, because Usyk doesn't seem to be scared of any man walking planet Earth. But you never know. I mean, Usyk will look at the risk reward like all fighters do, or at least the managers of fighters would do, and think, one second, well, you know, the Saudis were offering that figure to fight Fury, and Wilder wants me to take that figure, which would have been a lot less to fight him. Nah, we're good. We're good. I can become undisputed and make more money fighting Fury, and even if I lose to Fury, or I can take less money and put all my belts up for sale, basically, and fight Deontay Wilder. I know which one I'm taking. On Usyk, it's going to be interesting, this Dubois fight. Look, I think Usyk is just levels above Daniel Dubois, and I've said that already. I think I did a video saying Dubois is not ready. But the fact is, Usyk's been out of the ring for a year. By the time his fight rolls round, it would have been... He fought AJ in August. He's no spring chicken. He's 36. I feel like I'm trying to give Dubois a bit of a chance here, but I guess in the heavyweight division, you've always got a chance, but I'm giving him maybe a bit more than just the fact that he's a puncher. That being said, Dubois coming off not the greatest performance against Larena. He switched trainers, so you know what, I'll take it all back. Usyk, too good for him. Zhili Zhang, after Joe Joyce fighting Tyson Fury would be my next target. I don't know, I don't even want to talk about Fury at the moment. I'm a bit annoyed like a little kid. I feel like I'm spoiled right now and Fury's annoying me. Let's talk about Dillian Whyte very quickly. It looks like Dillian Whyte, according to, I think Sky Sports released a statement the other day saying Dillian Whyte has now signed the contract. It looks like we are go. I can't see any reasons why we're not announcing it now. I'm expecting DAZN and Matchroom to announce this, maybe even whilst I'm doing this video, that it's happening. Surely, there is no more hold up. There was an issue with a rematch clause. AJ removed that rematch clause. There was an issue with money. I think they've got a bit closer with the money. So I think it's happening. I think we are going to see Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte, and I think it will happen. I know it's quick, but I do think it's going to happen August 12th, which is, what's that, 6 weeks, 6 and a bit weeks? Look, both of them are in camp. This isn't like a fight that's getting announced to two fighters that are just coming off the couch. Both of these guys are clearly training. You go on their Instagrams, they're both in shape. And now they just have to fine tune things and get ready for a bit of a war. The press conference between these two will be explosive. I don't know if there's going to be a face-off. There wasn't, disappointingly, between AJ and Franklin. Remember, I went there, Matchroom told me about it, about AJ Franklin. I'm like, yeah, Addy, we need you to do the face-off. I was excited because I haven't done one for ages. I've not done a face-off since Ben Eubank, and that one everyone loved. And I was like, yeah, I need to do another one. I'm getting a bit rusty. So hopefully there is a face-off between these two, because if there is, if you guys remember the first one they did, and I thought Johnny Nelson did a great job, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I expect this one to be as crazy, because these two, there's respect there, but there is a lot of hate as well. Hate's a strong word, but I believe it between these two. So, yeah, look, I think the fight's going to be announced. I look forward to it. I've always said, and I know I'm repeating myself here, so apologies, but I've always said AJ needs 3 fights this year. I've always said it. And there was a time where it felt like it wasn't going to happen. AJ put it on his social media, like, I'll see you guys in December or whatever. But I think now that we're going to get those 3 fights. And I can't remember the last time AJ had 3 fights in a year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That camp right now that AJ's in must be buzzing. How crazy is that camp right now? Jamel Charlo, undisputed versus undisputed Canelo. Errol Spence, undisputed fight versus Terence Crawford. And AJ in one of the biggest fights in the heavyweight division for a long time, hopefully in December against Deontay Wilder. But obviously first he's got this one against Dillian Whyte. It's a good camp. You want to be in that camp right now. That camp must have fucking incredible energy. Like, I would get to that camp and I would lose all the weight I need to lose in a day. I'd make 175 in a day in that camp, because that camp right now is hot. It's smoking. So yeah, that's the news. Let's see what Dillian Whyte says at the press conference. Let's hope he turns up for the press conference. I remember when I did the Fury Whyte press conference. He didn't turn up. I remember that. Didn't turn up for it. I remember I interviewed Fury by himself. I was like, where's Dillian Whyte? And it's like, for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason was. I can't remember, but he didn't turn up. So fucking, he better turn up for this one. He better. All right. KSI gives Tommy Fury hard deadline to sign contract. You need me. I definitely don't need you. I think KSI needs Tommy Fury. I think it's a bit of both. Next. Warren believes Daniel Dubois is landing Alexander Usyk at the right time. We might do a separate video about this. Because as I was just talking about it earlier, I was thinking, he has been out the ring for a year. 36. He's had his injuries as well. So, don't know. This surprised me. Yes and no, actually. Boxing commentators Andre Ward and Max Kellerman depart from ESPN roles. Max didn't really do much boxing whilst there, so we can say boxing commentators. He didn't really do any boxing whilst there. It was all NFL, NBA, and baseball. And look, I thought Max was incredible with Stephen A. Smith, but look, for whatever reason, he got demoted, I think it's fair to say. He then did another show with Jay Williams and Keyshawn, I can't remember his surname. I thought that show was okay, but they didn't like that. They've actually got rid of Keyshawn as well. So, but I read as well that Max was on like $5 million a year. So, I mean, you got to weigh it up in terms of, are you bringing in the eyeballs and are we paying you too much? You can go. Andre Ward surprises and shocks the hell out of me. Shocks the hell out of me. I think Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley, that connection's incredible. They're clearly keeping on Timothy. We haven't heard anything about him being chopped. So I do wonder what's happening there. Yeah, I wonder. If I'm a broadcaster right now that covers boxing, I'm shitting myself. I don't know if anyone can actually afford Max with that kind of money, but if I'm a broadcaster, I want Andre Ward and Max Kellerman on my broadcast. Chop anyone. I'm not joking, chop anyone. Anyone you can think of right now can go. They need to be a part of it. So it'll be interesting to see if Max still does any boxing stuff. I expect Andre Ward to, but it'll be interesting to see if Max does any best. Charles Martin, I did the best I could. Jared Anderson will make his way to the top. Yeah, I think Jared Anderson, look, he went through his acid test. It was an early one. Boxers go through that. Let's not write him off because Charles Martin caused him problems. I think people, there's either two things going on here. People are not rating Charles Martin and remembering, especially fans over here, remembering the beating AJ put on him. Charles Martin's better than that now. Charles Martin is better than that now. He's a good fighter. He came in shape. He's clearly, I feel like around the AJ time, this guy hit jackpot, became world champion and went off the rails. Remember after the AJ fight, he didn't fight for a while. He's a grown man now, he's matured and he's actually a good boxer. And he was always going to cause Jared Anderson problems. This was a big step up for Jared Anderson. So let's not sleep too much on both. Let's give Charles a bit of credit and let's just say Jared Anderson got tested and came for a test. Fuck, man. I think we write fighters off so quick. Any little thing, oh, he must be shit now. No. Maybe they need to pump the brakes a little bit, but still a very, very good fighter. What are we going to... Anything else? I think that's it. I've got loads to do today. But yeah, wish me luck in the weight cut, and I know you will anyway. Peace and love. Don't know what I just did there. I was like, supposed to be like that, and I fucking did that.